Ahoy! Today we're talking about various updates to SMITE, especially the plan for the upcoming month, because AJAX made a Twitter post where he detailed all those plans and what has changed as well. The post starts out with him talking about everyone having to stay home, which obviously had a massive effect on SMITE and the player numbers, as well as on the whole work environment for Hi-Res. Titanforge were mostly successful rolling out the updates that they were planning to do in this time frame, as for example the 2 new god releases and the Avatar Battle Pass, so generally things went pretty well for Hi-Res, especially considering the higher player numbers that came along with it. However, it also took a toll on them. They had to implement a lot of tech and process and communication changes to make everything work with everyone working from home. Along with that, a lot of difficult emotions are running around, he says, and hiring has been tougher than usual. And this is all very easy to imagine. Like, I think the entire structure of the company must have been affected in many ways, and the personal toll it takes on the individual workers to just have a complete shift in how they even work is most certainly not easy to process for them. And based on that, Hi-Res has made a decision, and that is not to ship a 6th god this year. At the start of the year, they showed the reveal trailer and said that in addition to the gods in the reveal trailer, there would be another god release. I'm not going to mention the god here, but if you watched my data mining video, then you already know who that most likely is, unless that is a later release. And now AJAX says that this is too ambitious given all that's happened in 2020, which I think is very understandable. And I mean, they're still going to get through all the gods that were in the trailer, which is basically all we can ask for. Everything else after that would have been a bonus anyways. All in all, I am positively surprised that they were even able to ship out all these updates with all the changes to their structure in the first place. Instead, the new plan is to have the October update be headlined by the Loki Rework. I am not entirely sure how this is meant to be interpreted, because I was thinking that according to schedule we would be due for either the Loki Rework or the next god in this patch. And technically this patch I think is not an October update, I think this would be the September update. So it might be that the next patch won't be that exciting, or it might be that the end of September update is considered the October update, or that the update releases a little bit later. We'll find out soon enough. But either way, the Loki update is going to have its own patch, and then in November there will be a new battle pass. AJAX said it's going to be a crazy new battle pass that he unfortunately can't hint at. So it might be that it's another collaboration, because otherwise I think they would be able to hint at it, and it seems that that's currently what they're aiming to do, because I think the Avatar collaboration was very successful. And then in December we will get the next Hunter god. So we have the confirmation that there'll be a Hunter. Again, if you watch my data mining videos, you likely know who that is, and I was guessing that he would be a Hunter at this point, and now we have confirmation. So this is going to be the 5th and final god for Season 7. Keep in mind that around this time we would have the Hi-Res Expo as well. All things considered, I highly doubt that they're gonna make a big event out of it, as it was originally planned, and I'm guessing it will be an online event, as most events this year have been basically, for other games or in general. So we'll probably still see a fair few announcements there, and AJAX mentions that in 2021 they'll start out strong with the launch of Season 8, featuring an entirely new Conquest map in January. So very early, which might mean that we actually get to test it maybe in December already, I'm not sure, because otherwise it would have a very short time on the PTS. I don't know what their plan is there. The next god release will then happen in February, and it's mentioned to be a highly anticipated new god. So again, you probably know who this is. Which means we basically have some pretty interesting release schedule towards the end of the year. We have something big in October, then I don't know how big in November, depends how big that Battle Pass is. A big patch in December again, in January again, and in February again, whereas normally we'd have one patch with a god release and then something less exciting in between. That's been the schedule for this year so far. So we have to wait a little bit longer, but it's going to be interesting from that point on out. Season 8 has the release schedule that this year was intended to have, and is planned to have 6 gods for the year, and plenty of other highlights to look forward to. And other than that, fatherhood is treating AJAX well, and he posted a picture with his son. So generally speaking, things seem to be slowing down a little bit for a bit, but I think that's also a good time to do that because there are a lot of pretty interesting game releases at the moment anyway, so I feel like maybe a lot of people aren't playing as much Smite right now anyways, or are, you know, still on summer holiday and all that stuff. It's usually not the most active time of the year, and then put the more important things towards December, when there's most certainly more to be gained from it, because more people are at home, it's cold outside, so you're gonna play more games, and there's gonna be more hype. So I think generally the scheduling will go in their favor. And that is it for this update. I hope you enjoyed this. If you're new to the channel, feel your sub button and maybe the bell, so you get notified of upcoming videos. And on that, I hope to see you for the next one soon. ZiSotto, out.